Cold Spring is a small Minnesota town where local Catholic faithful have journeyed along Pilgrimage Road to ascend a hill and pray at a historic chapel. The state of Minnesota saw at least 7 plagues of grasshoppers or locusts that destroyed crops in the years 1856 and 1857, and consecutive years beginning in 1873 to 1877. In 1856, the people of Cold Springs gathered on the hill to ask Mary's intercession. The devastation over the years by the grasshoppers crippled the economy, and on April 26, 1877, the state government called for a day of fasting and prayer to call upon God to save the state and people. Father Leo Winter, a Benedictine monk assigned to the parish, believed that the plagues were sent by God to bring people back to the faith. He encouraged the town to promise to build a chapel for Our Lady, and in return he believed the circumstances would improve. The chapel was dedicated on the Feast of the Assumption in 1877, and people were faithful in their prayers and devotion for years afterward. In 1894, a tornado devastated the town of Cold Springs and toppled the chapel. The beautiful hand-carved wooden statue of Mary was discovered unharmed by the tornado and resting on nearby bushes. That same statue is venerated in the chapel today. It wouldn't be until the 1950s when there would be interest again in rebuilding and restoring to its glory the Grasshopper Chapel, now with granite walls due to Cold Springs granite production. The grounds surrounding the chapel are inviting for prayer, which afford the opportunity to walk and pray the Stations of the Cross, and also a special grotto to St. Joseph, with a traditional prayer to St. Joseph, which popes have recommended praying after the rosary. It is a small chapel today, atop a hill overlooking a town, helping people across all the generations to remember how God has acted in history and how God, through the prayers of the Blessed Virgin, can continue to do so when we walk Pilgrimage Road in the footsteps of the pilgrims who have gone before us. It's a chapel that stands to tell us that after that day of prayer and the building of the chapel, the grasshoppers went away.